everybody. Happy Thursday. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seeby. Happy Thursday again, guys. And Thursdays is always part of our creative writing class that we like to call Picture This. What is Picture This? It's when I show you an image, a photograph, a drawing, an artist rendition, any image. Usually I pick ones that I feel are thought-provoking or very artistic, and I show them to you. And the assignment or the subject of this class is to write a song chorus based on the image, And, I still get people to this day ask me, well, why do we do this? Well, and I say it every time, but I'm going to say it again. You're not always creative, and you need things to springboard you into creativity. Sometimes you need a push. I know for myself, I don't always feel creative. So this is just one little trick that I use sometimes to just accelerate and boost my creativity. Things are such an influence to me anyway, no matter what I'm doing. Whether I'm in a writing mode or not, I could just watch a movie sometimes and it makes me want to write a song because the plot or the story in the movie was so intricate and juicy and so interesting. But I thought, man, I could write a song about that. That's like such a great topic, like the subject matter in a movie always could make for a great song, I mean, think about it. The story is already set for you. You don't even have to create a story for subject matter. There's one already there. All you have to do is just put it into poetic sequence, and make it poetic and make it beautiful or hooky or however you want to do it. But so this is just one more crayon for your crayon box, for your creativity. And I remember, a lot of time, well, even now, I'll look at an image and that image will just send my brain into creative mode, And I say this all the time too. This is one of these exercises where you can't really focus on it if you're in a room full of people and you got the TV on and you're text messaging people. No, you can't do this. Okay, one of the things that really isn't so important, especially when you're writing and you're trying to get cerebral, you're trying to get in here, is to be by yourself and really go in here, go way deep in the valley of your thought process. Stare at that photograph, really look at it, and stare into it until you're daydreaming, until you don't even see the picture anymore. However, your daydream has somehow related to what you're looking at. It really does. I mean, there's no other course. If you stare at something and then you blindly start to fade away into a daydream, hypnotic stare, it's going to have something to do with what you just looked at, perhaps, But maybe if you go into that hypnotic daydream, consciously think about the image that you stared at before you went off into that realm of hypnotic thought, And then once you look at it, write down the things you see physically in the photograph and then things you don't see, things that are more innuendo, not literal, but, subjective, the subtext, most really good songs are never literal. They're always painting a picture of something else, but they mean another thing, So, this is a real challenge. Like I say all the time, you can't be doing 4 other things. It's not going to work. You have to really give it all your attention and really give it your focus. It's so important to do it this, when you're doing this. And it also gives you a chance to really sort your ideas and come up with things that are really creative and catchy, So right now I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you the photograph. So without further ado, here is the photograph. And that picture's cool, right? You know, gray sky, a girl sitting in a field. There's a heart, you know, in the sky. It looks like a balloon, but it's got Band-Aids on it where it's been hurt, you know? I don't know. I just thought it was a cool picture. I was going through a whole bunch of pictures on Google Images, and I came across that one. And it spoke to me. You know, it jumped out at me, and it caught my attention visually. And anything that captures your, you know, your eye like that is going to also capture your imagination, or hopefully it will, and give you some fuel for your mental fire, you know. And so I stared at that photograph, and I'll show you the words that I came up with for it. But before I do that, I just want to say, remember, this is, you know, your universe. Like I say every time, there is no wrong way to do this. This is your world. You know, we're looking into your world. You're not looking into my world. That photograph means something totally different to you than it does to me. Because, you know, we all feel things differently. I mean, we all feel sadness and happiness and anger and all those things. Everyone feels those things. But how you interpret everything that you see, or all of your experiences thus far in your life, you know. So, you know, and of course, I want you, you know, it can write a poem, but I'd rather it be a chorus. I'd rather it be a catchy chorus for, like, you know, a popular song, a pop song, right? So that's the basis for this. So I'm going to read you my lyrics now. Okay, so I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. Your heart is a flame, and we started a fire. The kiss was the spark, and we burned with desire. Now, why don't we finish just what we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the brokenhearted. You know, when I first saw the girl's expression and the skies were gray, I imagined her, you know, being sad. And the heart, of course, has Band-Aids on it. What does that mean to anybody? It means your heart's been hurt. So the initial thing was, here's to the brokenhearted. And I tried to provide a little faith and a little light at the end of a tunnel. You know, like, even though the person that you were with previously is not with you, and you still feel the ache and the, you know, you've met someone new, and, you know, and they've been hurt too, obviously. And now you both kind of feel that this could be behind you, and this is a new, you know, a new chapter in your life with a new person. So that's what I got out of it, you know. And again, I always base everything on real life experiences. I can't, you know, I mean, of course, I have a great imagination, so I can imagine a relationship that has been bad and now this one's good. But I can also gauge that by things that have really happened to me in my life personally, you know. In order to write about life, you have to go out and live life. That's a very important part of, you know, if you're just in every day in the studio writing songs, you're not really getting any inventory of life. I think it's really important that you go out and live life so you can write about it. You know, get your heart broken, get drunk, and, you know, I'm not promoting, alcohol use or drug use. I'm just saying, you've got to live life in order to write about it. You can't just stare out a window and write about it. You need to get your hands dirty. That's what life is. Life is mistakes, but that's how you learn, from mistakes and from poor choices sometimes. That's the best teacher. They're the best teachers. And real life experiences relate to your music and your song. So, try to use this. So I'm gonna say my words one more time. Okay. So, I would give you anything you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way that he did. Your heart is a flame, and we started a fire. The kiss was the spark, and we burned with desire. Now, why don't we just finish what we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the brokenhearted. So, all right, guys, that is my lyrics. And now I can't wait to see what you write for your lyrics. You guys have been really shocking me with some of the lyrics that you guys send me. I mean, really. I'll be honest, I'm jealous at some of the stuff that you've handed in. I mean, I'm jealous sometimes. I read some of the stuff and I'm just like, wow, that's so great. It's better than what I come up with. So kudos to everybody who participates in these exercises. I really mean that. I couldn't be more honest, about that. It's a hard thing to admit, but I'm admitting it right now. So, we're going to have a gift card for the best, the best thing. And you're going to get a big shout out, in a Zoom class. And then we'll announce winners of who won and for which picture this class it was for, things like that. So I'm going to do like the best out of a month and like really have that be the standout, So anyway, guys, that is all the time I have tonight. This is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey signing off. Have a lovely evening. Be safe, be well. I love you. I miss you. And I will see you guys tomorrow night when we write a melody to this, to these set of lyrics. All right, guys, I'll see you then. Peace.